Hi, it's the Tiny One / Bishie. And as you can see, Daryl's not there anymore. He is not there because I apparently need to get poster tape or something like that to help keep him up, because he wanted to keep peeling off of my closet door and falling down, and it was getting very annoying, very frustrating. So for now he's down. Okay. It's been over a week since I posted. Actually, no, it's been about 2 weeks since I posted. And it's been about a week since I got back from Fanime. Oh, of course I stopped. So hold on one moment. Okay. Let's see if this will work now. But anyways, so yeah, I got back from Fanime, but unfortunately at Fanime I received several injuries, and so it took me a bit longer to heal than normal, and also the fact that it was in the 70s over there at Fanime, and then when I came back, the weather heated up so much that I was getting, oh my god, I'm sorry everybody. So yeah, my friend DareDreemer was able to pick me up on Thursday with no problems, and we were able to, excuse me one moment. Sorry, my little cat appeared on my screen, so I had to click its heart to collect it. So yeah, my friend picked me up with no problems. We were able to go get our other friend, who was in Vacaville, I believe, and then we drove on to San Jose to Fanime. No issues. On the way we had food, and we were having laughs, having a good time. We were able to check in the hotel, no problems, and then that night we just relaxed, had fun. There were 2 new roommates that I've never met before, and so, you know, I was kind of nervous about meeting them and how they would react to me and that sort of thing. But everything seemed to be okay. So the first night, actually, we were supposed to watch the Black Butler musical, Noah's Ark Circus. Unfortunately, or should I say maybe fortunately, our 2 new roommates who I hadn't met had never seen any of the musicals before, and my friend DareDreemer just so happens to own almost all of them, and so, if not all of them, I'm not quite sure. So we kind of skipped the first musical because the first musical is kind of boring. So we went straight to The Most Beautiful Death in the World, which is the second musical, which has Eric Slingby and Alan Humphreys in it. And of course they loved it. And then I think it was that also watched Licorice. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a Black Butler musical that's basically doing the Jack the Ripper arc. And so it's got Grell, it's got Madame Red, it's got Butler Grell. Oh, it was just so awesome. I loved watching it because I loved seeing Grell, or Grell's actor. I keep forgetting his name, and I'm so sorry. It'll probably be posted up here or up here. I love seeing him go from bumbling butler to like transform into Reaper, and then to get this evil, like, okay, like, the only way I can describe it, he becomes male when Madame Red is singing her final sorrow song, during, we're watching her, Simac record, and he becomes, like I said, the only way I can describe it is Grell becomes male, he becomes evil looking, he becomes predatory, and then right when she finishes, she's like at the end of her song, and then he just runs her right through with his death scythe. And it's just, oh, I mean, we've seen this actor go from wearing lingerie and singing and having men and women fawning over him, to bumbling around as a butler, to just this, this evil, this hatred, this anger coming out of him, and it's just, I love him. I love him so much. They're supposed to be, from what I heard when I was at Fanime, they're going to be doing, I don't know what they're calling it, but I've got to say, if Grell's actor is not reprising Grell for the companion arc when they do the stage musical, I know quite a few people who will be really upset, because he is such a good actor and he is so awesome. And anyways, I'm sorry this is going to be a lot skipping around. It's just, I'm trying to avoid the thing that my phone likes to do, where it just suddenly it freezes and then it throws the audio and the video just out of sync. To make this a shorter video than I normally do, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, and it just froze. Oh god. So if there are portions where it is out of sync, I am so sorry. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. And we ended up being real giggly, really silly. Late into the night, unfortunately, I think we annoyed one of our roommates, but she was really a good sport about it. It was kind of funny hearing her sweet little voice going, "Go to sleep, please. Go to sleep," and then adding little explosions. No, but it was fun. And then day one. No, actually, I'm skipping a part. Because, alright, so day 0, I actually had a shoot that I had planned for a friend. Off the top of my head, I believe she goes by KittyBear Cosplay. Of course, I'll post up here what her name is, and then I'll link it in the description. She wanted me to shoot her Kiki cosplay from Kiki's delivery service, and so we had fun doing some shoots. I was Yuno for day 0. Now, what I have experienced before, as you know, and I didn't realize it would happen again, I had a fanboy who was apparently into, I think it's yandere, I think that's the appropriate way to say it. He's into those type of girls, and of course we all know what Yunogasai is. And we had this one guy when we were doing our shoot, and he would just come running up, and he'd be like, "No, I don't know where Yuki is," and then he'd run off, and we'd be like, "Okay," and he kept doing it. And then at one point he's like, "Oh no, don't follow me," and then he'd run to the building. We were shooting outside, and it's like, it was really, really weird and really, really awkward. And then at one point, we were at the end of her shoot, and another photographer saw my costume, and he was like, "Oh, can I get a couple shots of you?" And, you know, he just loved the look. Especially, it didn't help that the wind kind of thrashed the wig about, and so I guess he kind of liked the thrashed wig look with, you know. And so I'm there, I'm I'm waiting for this photographer to get his lighting rig set up and all that. And the guy comes back. I'm like, oh crap. The guy, he says, I just want to tell you something. I'm like, okay. This is the point where I'm like almost done with him. But I'm still trying to be nice and polite. And then he goes, thank you so much. And then he runs away. And thankfully we didn't see him again. But it was just so weird and so awkward. It's like, what? But I did have a nice shoot with the photographer with my pictures, and I was just so happy that he saw my costume, he picked me out, and he wanted to take shoots of me. It was just a really good feeling. And then to see the 2 Black Butler musicals at the end of the day, hanging out and getting to know some new people, it was a good end of the first. We will go ahead and move on to day 1. And it is skipping so much. So, we go to day 1. And I had another shoot planned with KittyBear Cosplay. And this time I was shooting her Tifa. Tifa Lockhart, I believe is the last name, from Final Fantasy VII. And we got some really good shoots of her in her costume. You can go ahead and go to Conchan Photography on Facebook, and you can see all the shoots that I did for her. I gave her own separate little folder. But yeah, it was awesome to shoot with her. And then afterwards, I had a little break, and then I was going to shoot with these 2 girls. I know one of them goes under mermaid_cosplay on Instagram, and they wanted me to shoot their, well, they wanted 3 different photo shoots. And the first photo shoot they were going to do was a horror photo shoot, where they were going to do, one of them was going to do Freddy, the other one was going to do Jason. And I got some pretty good shots of them. I was starting to get a little tired, so not all the shots were as crisp and as clear as I would like them to be, but they weren't bad. I was still able to fix a good portion of them, and so, and they love them because I see them posting and tagging my Conchan Photography Instagram account. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy that they love those shoots. And they were a lot of fun to shoot with. I also shot their Pokemon Gajinkas on Saturday, and then I shot their Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy cosplays on Sunday. But anyways, I shoot them, and then it's time for the free gathering. Now, I was dressed that whole day of day 1 as Coprin from Free. And it was kind of funny, though, because when I was shooting KittyBear Cosplay, there was we were shooting in one area, and then we moved to another area to get some different angle shots. And I was doing one shot of her where she was sitting on one of the benches and she was looking out the window. And I could hear, of course there's going to be traffic behind me walking back and forth. And I heard one person say to, of course, obviously his friend, is that real? And instantly I know what they're talking about. They're asking if I actually I'm an actual cop. I've had this happen before at SAC Anime before, where I've had so many people actually confuse me for a police officer. But it's funny because nowhere on my cop uniform, it's a cop uniform now, just saying. Nowhere on my cop uniform does it say the word cop, officer, police, nothing. And the little decals that I have on the hat and then on the shirt are shark teeth. And so there's no mistaking it. But of course, I do have my little plastic baton in my in one of my belt loops, but then I also had a pair of red fuzzy handcuffs as a joke. It's like they're still looking at me like I'm an actual officer. It's like nothing on me is hidden about that. You can see everything that's on my person. And the other person is like, he's quiet for seemed like a long time, and then he's like, I don't know. And then they like hurry off. It was the funniest thing. But I finished with KittyBear Cosplay, I finished with the gal shoots, and then I meet my friends at the free gathering. And Sage the Bay is already there, and DareDreemer, they're already there. They took some cute shots together, like, because DareDreemer was my little sister, or Rin's little sister. And then Sage the Bay was Makoto, I think? Yeah, I think she was Makoto. And so they took shots together just for funsies, like they were on a date. And those shots came out really cute. So I show up, and I think I've gone out of sync. So I'm just worried about me going out of sync, so I'm going to fix that right now. Watch me have not gone out of sync once I watch through this, but whatever. There we go. It wasn't even counting down in the little area right there. It was like really weird. But okay, but anyways, I arrived on the scene, and I think it was for a joke, but DareDreemer runs up to me and she's like, "Big brother," and she runs up to me and she glomps me. Luckily, she is the type of glomper that she held on to. She didn't just throw herself at me, because I would have surely fallen on the concrete, and that would not have been a good thing. But anyways, we had fun. We chilled, hung out before the gathering. Sage the Bay got some really good pictures of me too in my copper ring uniform. My hair actually stayed until, of course, the wind picked up, and then it screwed everything up. But yeah, I even got the little hairs going, like, you know, like Rin's does. So I was so happy about that. And then the gathering started. It was all good, and got some good shots. I'm waiting for the shots from the gathering. And then it was almost at the end, and I'm standing, okay, where we were at, we were like this little like planter box thing where you can sit down and all that. I was standing on top of it. There was a whole bunch of people that were standing on it. And, because, I mean, it's a bench you can stand on. And the shot was done, and people were getting off of it to get into a new position. Well, I had previously been on this for the gathering, and I jumped down with no problem. And so I decided, I'm going to jump down again, no problem, you know, don't worry about it. I jumped down, and my right ankle decided to collapse, and I don't get up. And I have this that someone recorded the gathering and has me just crumpled on the ground. And I really hope whoever does, like, I've seen 2 videos of the gathering. And thankfully, both those videos have that part edited out. But whoever else has that part of the video, please, for my sake, please have that edited out. Because that's so embarrassing. Because I could not get up for a while. And my friend DareDreemer thought that, hey, stop! Stupid cat. My friend DareDreemer actually thought that I was doing a pose on the ground for some reason. And I just couldn't get up. And so her and Sage the Bay helped me up and helped me to sit back down on the planner thing. And luckily there was a couple more poses that were done before the gathering ended. but I was hidden, and so nobody saw me. And I tried to play it off as best I could because I didn't want to worry the rest of the people there. It was just those two were important because they were my hotel mates. So the gathering ends, and our other roommate who cosplays Sebastian, who I believe she goes by Whimsy Rainbow Cosplay. I'll of course post her right here and her YouTube information down there, because she's also a fellow YouTuber. Hi. She was dressed as Sebastian. She comes to see us, and of course she finds out what happened with me, and she's kind of worried about me. But we all decide, because I had another photo shoot to do later on, like I think an hour and a half from the time it was at the time. So we decided, let's go eat, and then after we finish eating, we'll see how my ankle's doing. Because with my ankle, my ankle joint went really painful, and I didn't know if it would be an injury I'd be able to walk off, because sometimes I can, or if it would be an injury that I would actually have to go back to the hotel room and rest. So we end up going out to eat, and while we're eating, I couldn't do it. So I messaged the person I was supposed to do a shoot for, and I canceled the shoot. And I told them I was so sorry, but I had to. And they were real sympathetic, and they said that I hoped I felt better, and they understood. So I was grateful for that. Oh, something that I forgot to mention before I did KittyBear Cosplay's shoot for that day, which was pretty awesome. So this year's Fanime was pretty special because we had X4, the group X4 there. What made it really special is the lead singer of X4 is Yuya, who he was the Sebastian in the first 4 Black Butler musicals. And so, of course, my friend DareDreemer was all stoked over the moon to go see him, because they were going to have a autograph signing, and they were also going to have a concert Saturday night. And what I thought was awesome, because all of us were leaving the hotel room on Friday, and we were walking toward the convention center, and then we were going to break off into our different groups, wherever. Well, apparently X4 had a little filming crew with them, and they were out on the street over by if you've ever been to Fanime, there's there's a hotel here. Here, I'll point it. There's the convention center here. There's another hotel here. There's a park right here. And then right here there's a parking garage, but then there's hot dog vendors here. Well, right here we were walking, and X4 and Yuya were over by near where the hot dog vendors were, and they were doing a video recording of their adventures in America and at San Jose at Fanime. And Yuya noticed, I think it was Yuya, noticed Whimsy as Sebastian, and he got really excited, and he was saying, "Sebastian, Sebastian." He was trying to wave us over, and it's like they were trying to move over to us, we were trying to move over to them, but there was so much cross traffic with the other cosplayers just going back and forth, because Friday's pretty busy, that we weren't able to connect. And I think if we had been able to, one, we would have been more in the video. I think we might have been part in the video, I'm not sure yet. And two, we would have probably been able to get a photo opportunity with X4, like, before anyone else, because they were supposed to do autograph signings on Saturday. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. At least I waved to them. And I thought that was pretty special in itself, because I actually didn't think I'd be able to go to the X4 autograph signings on Saturday. And I knew for sure I wouldn't be able to go to the concert because flashy lights and all that is no for me. But so I thought, okay, I saw them, I said hi, whatever. That was good for me. So, go back to having to cancel my shoot because of my ankle. We go back to the hotel room, we rest, and unfortunately, I end up going to take a nap. I am extremely tired. But, what is it? But my hotel mates actually want to rest a bit, and then they want to go back to the convention center to, oh, my cat was being a pain, so I had to let her out, sorry. So, they want to go back to, the convention center and Artist Alley and just browse around and see what was there, or Vendors Hall, before it closed. Well, here's the thing. I had fallen asleep, and in my sleep, I found out it was in my sleep, not I actually heard it. I heard DareDreemer screaming, no, and I wake up, and my right arm is hurting so much, and I'm on the ground. I had rolled out of bed in my sleep, and I had fallen on Faye's suitcase. And I know she feels so bad about it, but I am okay. It's just my arm looks a whole lot worse than it actually is. I don't know if the camera can see the bruise. But yeah. And that's from a week, a week and a few days of healing. Yeah. So I bruise real easily, and I bruise bad. But I was already awake, and they're like, oh, well, we want to go to the convention center. And so I'm like, I want to go too. And so I'm walking really carefully to go with them to the convention center, because I wanted to look around too. Now, as we're looking around the convention center, I happened to see a booth that had a regular Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Unfortunately, I never was able to go back to buy it. That's fine. I ended up not having the money to do it anyway. It all worked out. I will get him eventually, but I was starting to get so tired, my ankles started hurting so bad, and I was just so worn out. And my friend Panda King, who I'll link his channel down below, he had posted on Facebook, come find me and I'll give you a surprise. So apparently he had prizes from he gets Anime Loot Crate. And he had old prizes that I guess he wasn't interested in. And he also had gifts from me. And so I messaged him and I said, hey, I'm hurt and injured. Is your young master able to get some gifts for you? Or something special. I don't remember exactly what I said. And he likes to call me young master because I cosplay both Alois and CL from Black Butler. So I was able to find him. He was in like the dining area of the vendor's hall, and he was able to get me some really cool items. All my merchandise that I got, I will put in a little video at the end of this video to make it easier on people. So, so I was able to get some pretty cool stuff from him, and then we go back to the hotel room and we just rest. Now, day 2, I was going to go to see, I believe their cosplay name is KaliDesuCosplay. Of course, it'll be up here and down there. They were going to be doing an Overwatch panel. And they were also the ones who were going to be running the Danganronpa panel on Sunday morning. And they were the ones who invited me to be Kuzu for the panel. And so as like a thank you to them, I thought, I'm going to go to their Overwatch panel and support them. Well, one of my roommates, I forgot what she goes by online, she was the one with the really sweet voice that kept on us go to sleep. One of her, I believe it was also one of her friends was on the panel too. And so she wanted to get up early with me to go support them. So I got dressed up as Monica, Monica Toa from Danganronpa. And I went with my new roommate, or hotel mate, whatever. And we went to the panel. The panel was awesome. I wish the video for the panel was up so I can link it down below. Unfortunately, it is not. I'm still waiting. I'm still lurking on his channel to find out when it's going to be posted. And actually, that panel made me want to buy Overwatch. As generic and as nerdy and as dumb as it sounds, I loved it so much. And actually, I got lucky because once I got home on Monday, and the minute I logged on to Blizzard, because I wanted to see, just to see how much Overwatch was, I was able to catch a deal where it was like $20 off. So it was like $40 for the, I think they call it the Game of the Year pack, which was the expansion pack. And so I was able to get my Overwatch, and I was able to get all the awesome merchandise, and, well, not merchandise, but I was able to get the awesome extras for World of Warcraft, Diablo 3, and Heroes of the Storm. I think I got some extras for StarCraft too, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I was able to get some awesome extras, even some in-game Overwatch extras, so I was so happy about that. But anyways, and unfortunately, by the time you see this, that deal is going to be over with. I'm sorry. So yeah, love the Overwatch panel, and I had some time because I was supposed to be doing a shoot, I think around, I was supposed to be doing a shoot around noon, but that person canceled on me, which was fine. It gave me an open block to do stuff. So after the Overwatch panel, I decided I'm going to go with Whimsy and Dare, and I think Sage the Babe was there too. And I was able to run and get in line with them so I could go to AX's autograph signing. What is this? Did my phone overheat to the point where it turned off? My phone is wanting to be all sorts of rude today, apparently. It all of a sudden just went black, just for no reason. and it took a good couple of minutes before it actually came. What is going on? And it keeps... Stop! Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. Anyways, I was able to get in line with them for the AX autograph sign. Unfortunately, I had nothing to sign. And I just figured, because I wasn't prepared, I didn't realize I'd be able to make the signing. Or else I would have at least brought my program with me. But I figured, you know what, that's fine. I was just going to help out DareDreemer, because DareDreemer had a couple things that she wanted to get signed. So I figured I would just help her get some stuff signed, and then I'll be okay. At least I'll be able to see the band again, say hi to them, whatever. Oh, and Dare was dressed as Grell this time. So, we're in line, and there's a gal that she attends SAC Anime. I think she attends the Black Butler gatherings too. She kind of overhears my little plight, and she gives me $20. And she goes, here. I'm like, what? And he goes, here. You can't be in an autograph signing and not have something to sign. So she allowed me to not buy one of their full CDs, because one of their full CDs was $30, but I was able to buy one of their half CDs, which is, I think, 6 songs rather than 13, 14. And so I was just so happy and so grateful to her. I'm putting it on my mind, I'm putting it on my list to have an extra $20 with me when I go to SAC Anime. Hopefully I can be able to spot her, probably with Dare's help, so that I can pay her back. Because I can't just take her money like that. I have to pay her back somehow, because that's just how I am. So, I was able to meet AX. I have a signed CD of theirs, and I will be getting it back when I go and see Book of Atlantic with her at the theaters. So, I got to meet them after all, and I was so happy. It was like, oh, and then I had a signed CD from all of them in my little hands. It will be part of the photos at the end of the video. So, that was and then my purse, and I got some photo shoots done. I did the girls' second shoot. Now, we did the second shoot in the park, and I had to wait for them a little bit. And that was fine with me that I had to wait. Unfortunately, I felt bad because one of the girls had gotten a really bad sunburn. She was, I think she was Glaceon. They were doing the EV Evolutions. And she gotten a really bad sunburn on her shoulders. And so, I had to shoot the Leafeon in the sun, and I had to shoot her in the shadows as much as possible. Because even if a little tiny bit of sun hit her, it was so painful. And I felt so bad for her. But around, and I was able to get some photographers to take some photos of my Monica cosplay. I was able to get shots from Corpus Photography and Toshi Studios, I think his name is, who are some of my favorite photographers. And of course, also, random people would see my Monica cosplay and love it, and they'd want to get photos, and I was so happy to have Monica love the Pickle Satan. I was also able earlier in the day to run into some of my Danganronpa panelists. I was able to run to the Kuzu, and I believe the Ibuki, and I was able to talk to them and get to know them a little bit, which was really cool. And they ended up being really nice. I really enjoyed having the Pekko on the panel. She's a really good Pecco. So now I have her as being a really good Pecco, and I also have Miss Artistry as being a really good Pecco that I enjoy cosplaying with and enjoy being around and interacting with. So, I'm trying to remember everything, and, and it's hard to remember everything, especially if so much time has passed from the convention. But, let's see. Got some shots of Monica, went back to the hotel, and was able to rest for a bit. And, oh, actually, I was reminded that after I got shot with, I think it was after I shot with Corpus, I saw one of my friends who, if you've seen my photos from last year's Fanime, he was the Nagato Komeda that Miss Artistry, I think he goes by the Potaku. I'm not quite, of course, his stuff will be right here. I have so many people and their stuff is going to be here. Anyways, so yeah, I got to meet him, I got to talk with him. It was so awesome to talk with him again. Because sometimes you go to these cons and you meet people and you'll be like, oh yeah, then you miss the connection with them and then you never see them again and it just sucks. This time I was able to get his number, and of course now I have him on Facebook, I have him on Instagram, and so we're able to talk, hook up with stuff. It's all good. I'm hoping to see him. That's an announcement I will leave for another later time. Anyways, so I got to see him, got to talk to him, told him about the panel, and he said he was going to try and be there. Unfortunately, he overslept and he missed the panel, but you know what? I completely understand. You're at Fanime, you want to party, you want to have fun, and then sometimes stuff just happens and you just sleep through the alarm. Especially if it's a 9 a.m. panel. So, I don't fault him for that at all. I completely understand. But, anyways, we get back to the hotel room, or I get back to the hotel room, and I'm relaxing. I took a little nap, and I know that Sage the Bay and DareDreemer had gone to X4's concert. So that's fine. I had time to relax and charge my phone, you know, whatever. They get back and they're just pumped and they're excited. And some of the other, you know, our two other roommates came back and they wanted to get boba tea. I hadn't wanted to get in on it because I've only had boba tea like one time. So I go down as Monica and we're able to, you know, get some boba tea, and I was able to meet Blood Moon Cosplay and another mutual friend of ours and talk. They loved my Monica, of course. I don't know if they're really fans of Danganronpa, so I don't know if they got it. I just thought, they thought, oh, a cute cosplay, blah, blah, you know, so. But yeah, I got the caramel, it was caramel milk tea, I think it was. It was good, whatever it was good. So, that thus ended day 2. And then comes day 3. And day 3, I got up early to do get in a kazoo for the Danganronpa panel. And I was excited doing this panel. This was my first panel, and I think I did really well. I even had a big jar that was a swear jar, and I was able to do some funny moments where I had to put money. I had fake Monopoly money that I put into the swear jar, and people loved it. Especially the end. Again, I wish the video was up, but it's not up, so I can't link it yet. But, I do plan in a future video to say, hey, video's up, here's the link, da da da, you don't do that sort of thing. So, like I said, the panel went awesome, and then afterwards, I was able to get some shots done. Not all the panelists were able to stay. The Pecco, the Sonia, and the Soda had to leave. And so they weren't able to make it to the after panel shoot. But I was able to get some of the other panelists, and I was able to get that. Unfortunately, our Mikon missed the panel, but she made it for the after shoot. So I was still able to get some photos of her. And there's also some photos that KaliDesuCosplay took of myself and some of the other panelists. And so, I mean, it was fun. I had a lot of fun. I hope I did well enough that both KaliDesuCosplay or any other people that go to Fanime or Anime who see me in the panel liked me enough that they would want to invite me onto another panel in the future, because that would be awesome. And you know what? If for some reason I don't ever get to go on another panel again, then that's fine. At least I got to go on one, and that's all I really wanted to do, you know. At least one panel. Then I can say, hey, I've been on a panel. So, there was that. And then, let's see. What else happened for day 3? Yeah, day 3. Oh, after the Danganronpa shoot, so after the panel gathering, the after panel shoot, I then went to go down. I wanted to change into Sailor Saturn, but I had no time. So I ran down to in front of, and I shot KittyBear Cosplay's Orin High School Host Club gathering that she had. And, I mean, it wasn't a big turnout, but it was okay. I was able to get some really good photos that I have already posted. I think my favorite one was at the end when they had a guest show up, and she was just so enthralled having all the hosts around her, and it was really, really cute. It made some... I'm going to have to dump my phone soon because it's starting to fill up with all these small little videos I'm doing, but anyways, so once that gathering was done, I go up to my room and I change into Sailor Saturn. And I had fun walking around as Sailor Saturn. I did the girls' very last shoot, which was for, oh god. Oh no, I'm sorry. Let's go back. Saturday night, after we got the boba tea, I asked Sage the Bay if she could do a photo shoot for me, because I still have my camera in my purse that I was carrying. So she was able to do a shoot for me, and oh, I loved it so much. I got to climb on the table and almost fell off. That was fun. But yeah. So I got in the Saturn, and then I was able to walk around. I did one last shoot for the girls, which was, I said, the Ivy and the Harley shoot, which they loved the photos. And afterwards, you know, I walked around. I got some photos as Saturn. Now, previously, we had gotten some food. I forgot what day it was at Johnny Rockets, I think it was. And Whimsy paid for it. And so I told Whimsy, I said, we kind of squared things out with, like, one person would pay for something and then we would pay them back either with a meal the same value or something from the artist alley or vendor hall. So she was able to get some Ace Attorney prints, which I paid for her for paying for my meal. Because I just had my card on me. I don't like carrying cash, especially being so little. And plus I've been robbed before. Not fun. So, walking around the Saturn, it was cool. I was also able to do a shoot for Whimsy in her Bayonetta cosplay. But after we had finished her Bayonetta shoot, I needed to get out of my heels. And she needed to get out of her Bayonetta shoes. So we are in the park, across from our hotel, switching shoes. That's fine. So, we go back up to the hotel room. I rest a bit, and I decide I'm going to walk around a bit more. I walk around a bit more. I'm looking around the artist alley to see stuff that I like. Now, I happen to see a print. I'm going out of order, I'm sure. I happened to see a print at one of the vendors in the artist alley. He had Danganronpa prints. And if you bought all 7 of his prints, it was only $60. It was a good deal. And then I think he marked it down to $50. If I had the money, I would have bought all his prints. But of course I didn't. He was having a really good deal. Buy 1 print, $15. Buy 2 prints, and it was $20. And the prints were about the size of Darth Maul. So I bought, of course, my Nagato shirt, my Nagato print, and I bought a Byakuya Togami print. Now, actually, what's funny is the Nagato print reminded me, I have Nagato on my phone home screen, and it's Nagato, and then the screen is cracked, like he broke it. When I was at the Overwatch panel, I had opened my phone to look at something, and the person next to me happened to see my wallpaper, and they started whispered chanting, "Komeda, Komeda, Komeda," and it was just so funny. Oh, I loved it. Always loved me and Komeda fans. But anyways, so I got the 2 prints from him, and I'm walking around, and then I see another gal. She has an Oma print. Oma is from Danganronpa V3, and he is my baby. I've only seen screen caps of him, I've only seen sprites, and I've only heard stuff that Miss Artistry has told me about him, but I love him. And I want to cosplay, I already want to cosplay him, and I already want to play the game once it comes out with the dub. Or not play the game, but watch the playthrough of it, and I can't wait for it to come out. But anyways, she had a print, it was $10. And so I'm like, no, I want to wait. I usually wait for the last day to go through Artist Alley and to go through Vendor Hall, because sometimes some vendors have sales, and then you can get stuff for a lot cheaper. So I was going to wait. So I go back to the hotel room. I got tired. I want to rest. I'm kind of done being Saturn. And I'm in the hotel lobby. And I'm waiting for one of the elevators. And I'm actually in the newer tower. I didn't know. Oh, it just froze again. So I'm probably out of sync. Awesome! And it froze again. What I didn't know is the second tower, deal with it. The second tower had one elevator that closed faster than the other ones. And I happened to get on the elevator, and the doors, here, let's look Monica. The doors closed right as I'm in there. I have my staff, I have my bag, and I was just so shocked and so surprised that that happened, and I was tired, so it came out in anger. And so I went and I kicked the elevator doors with my right foot, and I said some expletives. I scared 3 big, kind of burly men that were behind me. They took the next elevator, and my foot started to hurt. I didn't think anything of it, though. I walked up to my room, and I thought, shoes off, I'm tired. 2 hours later, after just resting on the bed, my toe is still throbbing. It was my baby toe and broken. So I asked Sage the Bay, I said, hey, do you got any medical tape? So I taped my two toes together, and I had her get me my bottle of aspirin, get me some soda, and I washed it down. DareDreemer was so nice. She ordered room service, so we didn't have to walk to a restaurant or anything. And then, after we had room service, Sage the Bay and I think Whimsy and our other roommate were going to go get boba tea again. Sage the Bay was so nice, and she went and got me another boba tea. She got me the same one I got last night. So I was so happy to have such awesome roommates who were not only understanding about my situation, didn't make fun of my situation, didn't make fun of the way I sounded with my partial on. They were just the best roommates, and I felt so comfortable and so at ease with them. And I was able to laugh and joke around with them, and it was just the best. And I'm gushing about them right now. Anyways, thankfully, while we were watching the Noah's Ark Circus musical, the Tylenol has started kicking, and so I was able to enjoy it. Oh my god, the CL they got for the musical was so small. Oh, I wanted to protect him so much. And at the end, oh my gosh. Okay, I cried during Licorice, especially with Madame Red when she's singing and she's so sorrowful and so upset because I cosplay Madame Red too. And then when I see the actress who played Doll, and she's tearing up, and she's getting so upset, and so, I'm sorry, it was a boy who is Doll in the musical, and he's just getting so upset and so emotional because, I'm starting to do that right now, whoops, because he was just so happy to get the opportunity, and he was a last minute replacement because the original person they wanted for Doll, he had started to hit puberty, and so his voice started deepening, and he wasn't as androgynous for the part as he was originally, and so they had to do a last minute replacement with this other doll. And then they came to the CL, and poor baby, oh my god, he was tearing up so much. And he was just so happy to have the opportunity. I think it was also the youngest CL they've ever had too. He was like 11. And it was just, and then Sebastian that they have kept picking him up and holding him. And I was like, it's okay, it's alright. And it's just, oh, that was another musical that has so much emotions for me, especially the end, because, if you haven't seen it, go watch Book of Circus, which is what the musical is based off of, and you'll understand what I mean. But I'm almost done, promise. So yeah, Monday came about, which was the last day of con, and with all the injuries that I sustained, with the headaches and all the other stuff, I decided not to cosplay. I was supposed to cosplay Abby, and I just decided not to. So, we got everything packed up. Room service came, got our stuff, and had it down in holding. And I wanted to run down to the convention center real quick, go to Artist Alley, and pick up that Oma print. And so I'm going to get emotional again. So I go down to Artist Alley, and I look around for the vendor, and I see the Oma print. But I see it says, it has a little sign on it that says sold out. And I was just so devastated because I had not seen any other Danganronpa B3 stuff, and that was my favorite, all favorite character. And I run down, I had tried to get there as early as possible to get that print, because I had this nagging in the back of my head that it would be sold out, and it was, and I was just so upset. And I'm trying not to let it show on my face as I'm walking around the convention, the artist alley, trying to figure out what to do. And then something told me, or just go to the vendor and see if she'll sell you the display. Because sometimes some vendors will do that, especially on the last day. They don't want to be carrying all this extra stuff back with them. So I went back to the artist, and I actually started to get emotional. And I asked her if I could have the display, because he was my favorite character, and I really wanted it so bad. She gave me the display for half off, and I was just so happy and so relieved. Come to find out, she worked for the V3 game. I don't remember if she was one of the game designers, or if she was almost personal designer or something. I was in such a state, and I was just so happy to get the prints, and I felt like I had to run off, like it wasn't going to be real, like I'd be snatched in my hand, as ironic and as far-fetched as that sounds, that I didn't get her card or her information, and I feel so bad and so dumb about that. But I have my Oma print. Like I said, everything that I bought and everything that I received at the con will be at the end of this video. But I got my Oma prints. Like I said, I wasn't able to get Foxy like I wanted to, but stuff happens. Went back to the hotel, said, we went to Starbucks with our new hotel mates, as we were waiting for the ride to come. Sage the Bay and I played a little Pokemon Go while we were at the Starbucks. I was able to talk to KittyBear Cosplay. I had missed her Dramatical Murder panel, and I felt so bad, but my toe was in such a state that I couldn't even imagine walking, not even downstairs, to go to the panel. And she understood. I was able to get one photo of her Mink cosplay, which she's so proud of her Mink. She loves him so much. And she had made Mink's all-mate, the little bird, and she also had his pipe, and so I got a really good shot of her with that. I'm hoping to get a shot of her Mink for Somerset Anime, so at least I'll get some more shots with her, because she's another fun cosplayer to shoot. But afterwards, after the Starbucks, and after we were done talking, we had to say goodbye to Whimsy and our other roommate. And later on, I was able to see that Whimsy had done vlogs of all 4 days. And so I know I'm in day 1, of course day 3 with the Bayonetta shoot, a little bit of day 4, and a little tiny bit of day 2. So, woo, I got into another YouTuber's vlog. Woo. So, it was, all in all, it was a fun Fanime. It was the best Fanime. I know it's only my second Fanime, but it was the best Fanime that I've ever attended. I'm so excited for next year. I'm hoping to room with these gals again, because, like I said, they were the best roommates, and it's just so sad for all of us once con ended. But we exchanged Facebook information and other social media, and we're staying in touch, and we got some great photos together. We have some great memories, and I'm just so excited. Go ahead and wait for the end of the video, and you'll of course go to see all the photos that I posted, of all my merchandise and like all the stuff I got. So that is my Fanime update. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything major. If I am, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm still trying to recuperate and just, by the way, my ankle and my toe, and I even messed up my knee and my arm, are feeling better. It's just, like I said, my arm looks a lot worse than it really is, and it's just, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to watch all the way until the end of the video for a special announcement that I have. And trust me, you won't regret it. And here is Grelly to end out the video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You know all the stuff that you need to do. And stay safe, stay happy. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Ooh. It's so
Party at the Marriott. Damn, that room looks like exciting.
Creepy man.
I know, it does. It's funny.
Dude, that looks so cool zoomed in.
It does.
Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
guess what? Guess what? Okay. You've reached the end of the video. Congratulations. Now you get to hear the awesome announcement if you the other people that haven't done the video will miss. I am coming to Anime Expo. I won't be there all the days. I will only be there July 1st, 2nd, 3rd. But I am going to be there. July 1st, I'm going to be Young CL, and I'm going to make it to the Black Butler Gathering. July 2nd, I will be at the Danganronpa Gathering as Monica Toa. And July 3rd, don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I will be walking around, hopefully as female Luffy, unless things change. The 3rd is also going to be my birthday. So if you are going to Anime Expo and you want to surprise me with something, merchandise, Starbucks, whatever, now is your opportunity to meet me in person and shower me with whatever. Not golden shower me, please. But yes, selfies with me. Oh, it's going to be just so much fun. I'm so excited. My friend King and our other friend Kira were so nice, and they are offering me not only a place to stay, not only a ride to Anime Expo, but also they are going halfsies on my ticket so that I can go for my birthday present. I am so excited. This is probably going to be my only Anime Expo that I attend, but hey, at least this one is going to be memorable. So remember, if you're going to Anime Expo, please come say hi. If you want to give me a gift, go ahead. Whatever you want. Just, I am so excited to go, and I hope to see some of you there. I am not taking photographs for Anime Expo. I just want to soak everything in and enjoy myself and party as much as possible. So, I'm just so excited. I never thought that I'd be able to get the opportunity to go. So yes, that was my big announcement. Thank you all for watching. Stay happy, stay safe. I will talk to you all later, and I hope to see some of you at Anime Expo. Bye! I'll be posting my lineup officially later.